Hiya, I'm Naya, and I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Legends EA lately, so much so that I wanted to make a video of me drawing myself with my Pokemon team. I started off with my starter, but before continuing, I did not like the first initial drawing that I drew, so I redid the whole thing while also designing actual outfits for myself that suits the Pokemon's aesthetic. So after that was done, I finally started with the first drawing. I knew from the moment when they announced the starters that I was going to pick Chikorita. It's the only Pokemon out of the three whose evolution line I really liked. So I like Bayleaf and Meganium a lot. And I also think that Chikorita is a really cute Pokemon. My now Meganium is a male, and I nicknamed Chikorita Lee, as in short for Leaf, and while he was a Bayleaf, it also sounded much better. And apparently Lee has a sassy nature, and I know that natures don't really affect the Pokemon's abilities or really shows up in their animation. It would be funny though, and I just think it's funny that my first Pokemon in the team is sassy. As for the art, I was struggling with Lee a lot at first, but going through the line art again, it was much easier than the first time. I did draw dinosaurs before at my internship at the Dino Museum, but that was 5 years ago already, but it was nice doing it again. As for the outfit, I just really wanted to keep it simple with a green vest and pink shorts, similar to the color scheme of Meganium, and of course showing off the Mega Stone as he can Mega Evolve. As for the background, I decided to keep it simple. First, I wanted to give the background some nature behind it, or just an area that suits the Pokemon. But I am admittedly not the best when it comes to drawing background art, and I was already struggling with it the first time. I just ended up deciding to do a simple void background, if you will. Which also comes back with every other Pokemon that I will draw, but with a different color of course, suiting the Pokemon better. But I'm really happy with how the drawing turned out. I think it's really cute. The second Pokemon that stayed in the team is my Alpha Talonflame, which used to be an Alpha Fletchenda, and it's kind of funny because in Pokemon Scarlet I also had a Talonflame in the team. The difference being that Talonflame is a girl and this Talonflame is a boy. But I don't care, his name is Pidgey once again, and Pidgey lives on. Pidgey is quiet by nature but mischievous, and I just like to think that he schemes stuff behind my back. And thanks to Talonflame being in both my Pokemon teams in the only 2 games of Pokemon I've ever played, I started to like this Pokemon a lot. I already thought that it was the best regional bird Pokemon of all time, and now it definitely made his way into my top 10 favorite Pokemons. And I was also kind of disappointed that Talonflame didn't get a Mega Evolution. They could have given him such a cool Phoenix-inspired design, but oh well, maybe someday in the future he will get one. As for the drawing, I realized while drawing this that I have never drawn birds before in such detail, and I was struggling a lot. Pidgey's wings were a pain to draw. The body was difficult to do too, and in the end I just used 2 images of Talonflame as a base for the top and the bottom half of the drawing. I don't remember which ones, but if you Google Talonflame, I'm sure you can figure it out, I think. As for the outfit I gave my Sona, it was very simple. Again, try to incorporate the Pokemon's colors. Add flames because it's a fire type, and no Mega Stone because it can't Mega Evolve. And I am once again so happy with how this drawing turned out, and it inspired me to actually sketch birds more often. I knew exactly which Pokemon I definitely want to be in my team and stay in the team. It has been my favorite for the longest time, and when I noticed that it was in the game, I knew I had to train it to be the very best, like no one ever was. That Pokemon is Buneary, who is now a Lopunny. Buneary is such a cute little bunny Pokemon, and I didn't know that it evolved with friendship, and I just really like Buneary's animations and used it a lot as my partner Pokemon when it came to healing my team in cafes. And suddenly I could evolve her, and yeah, that's how Lopunny became, well, that's how Buneary became Lopunny. Lopunny is a female quirky Pokemon, and I nicknamed her Bonbon, and she immediately replaced Bonobie as soon as it could destroy those rocks across the map too. I like Bonobie, but I like Baneri more, and if I had to pick between those two bunny Pokemon, I will always choose Baneri. Same story for their evolutions. I like Lopunny more than Diggersby. I also later in the game found a shiny Baneri, but I already was too attached to Bonbon that I couldn't get it over my heart to replace her with a shiny, so the shiny is just chilling in one of my boxes. As for the drawing, I was once again struggling with a Pokemon. I know that Lopunny's face didn't turn out quite right as the original, as I drew it much rounder, but I still love it. It makes her look cuter. As for my character, she's actually wearing an outfit that I would wear in real life without a doubt. I absolutely love the neutral colors on this one, and the pose is also really cute if I do say so myself. And this time I could draw a Megastone because Lopunny can Mega Evolve, and since Bonbon is a girl, I decided that it would be adorable to give her a bow containing her stone. Next Pokemon in the team is my Alpha Slowbro, and I honestly didn't think that it would stay in the team, but it stayed because I needed a water type Pokemon, and it also has a dual typing with it being water psychic. And I needed another Pokemon in the team that could Mega Evolve, because I knew that I wanted to have 3 Pokemons in the team that couldn't and 3 that could, and Slowbro was the third Pokemon that could. I also really think that its Mega Evolved form looks so silly, I love it. My Slowbro is a boy who I named Sheldon because of the shell on its tail, and it's hardy by nature, and I have no idea what hardy means. I still don't know what hardy means because I never wrote it down in my notes, so we'll just leave that up for interpretation, I guess, or if you are curious, you could probably Google it. This drawing was probably one of the easier ones to do. I was struggling with Sheldon's face, but Sheldon is just vibing and nothing really special happens. And the outfit that I gave my Sona is also simple. It's just a hoodie dress with a beanie and again a Megastone. I gave Sheldon a bracelet to go with the Megastone because I just feel like it suits him. Other than that, this drawing doesn't really have a lot going on, which isn't bad because there is beauty in simplicity, and I couldn't think of an active pose for Sheldon anyway. It still turned out very cute if I do say so myself. Next up we got Raichu, and it replaced Ampharos, who was in the team the longest, and I just grew more attached to my Alpha Pikachu. I evolved it eventually into Raichu. There was this side mission that required me to battle a guy with a Pikachu. After that was done, I immediately evolved my Pikachu into Raichu. And that's because I like Raichus more than I like Pikachus, and I will stand by that fact. My Raichu is a girl who I nicknamed Thunder, and it's short for Thunder by Imagine Dragons. Her nature is naive, and I just really adore her so much. And I can't wait for the DLC to drop so I can also Mega Evolve her. This drawing was also probably the easiest one. That's because Raichu is covering me up, you can really see me, which is fine. Thunder is the star of this drawing anyway, and there is nothing much to note. Thunder was pretty easy to draw, it was mostly just copy and pasting and mirroring it. For my Sona, she wasn't really wearing something special, quote unquote, really, just a simple t-shirt with a pants, obviously. And yeah, that's basically it. I wasn't sure about the background color, but I think the final look is perfect and I really like how it turned out. Last but not least, I caught an Eevee and evolved it into Sylveon. And like Talonflame, I also had a Sylveon in my Scarlet team, except once again, that Sylveon was a girl and not an alpha, and now Sylveon is a boy and an alpha. So once again, I nicknamed Sylveon after the previous Sylveon, which is Uwu. He is careful by nature, and I was trying to go for a female Eevee to be a Sylveon, but Eevees tend to not spawn a lot in the game, and I caught this one later in the game. I had Kudra in my team instead of Sylveon, but I knew as soon as I caught an Eevee, Kudra had to go with pain in my heart. My love for Sylveon is just too strong. Anyway, for the drawing, I wanted Sylveon to look like a cat who was standing on 2 legs, mostly because I think it looks silly and cute. I wanted him to wrap at least one of his ribbon around my arm, and it ended up being 2. The outfit that I gave myself is close to something that I actually own in real life, except for the bow in the hair, and I will probably never wear my hair like that, but it just looks super cute and it vibes a lot with Sylveon, so it's perfect for this drawing. With that said, that's all 6 of my Pokemon, and I really love them a lot. The game was amazing to me. I really liked it a lot more than I did Scarlet. I only have one mini complaint. It's a shame that you can't interact with your Pokemon anymore. And I do kind of miss how you could, in Scarlet, brush your Pokemon or shower them and quote-unquote talk to them. I just think that's really something that Legend CA could have added to the game. Even if you're sitting on a bench, that you could maybe throw a ball at your Pokemon and still play with them and not just sit and probably make some cool pictures. I'm not that photogenic, so to say, so my pictures just look very simple, nothing to note about. But yeah, that's about it, I guess, for Pokemon. And if you like to listen to someone yap about art-related stuff and OCs, because I have many of those, I have a lot of OCs, then definitely subscribe to me or follow me on my other social medias, which will be linked below. And have a wonderful day or night, and maybe I'll see you next time. Bye bye!